Okay, so this is a web page that we've put together, and this can really be any web page. And this is a web page which represents certain ad slots. Now, these are ads that are shown to the users who are visiting that web page. The ad slots can be either, banners or static, files like this, or we can have videos or we can have audio. So there are different types of ads that can be displayed to the users. Now, in this whole ecosystem, we have three main parties. One is the publisher, or the party that owns the web page that is displaying the ad to the user. And then we have the Alkimi exchange, which facilitates the whole process of determining which ad to be shown to the user. And then we have a set of bidders who actually bid and bid, and they say, why what is the amount of money that they're willing to pay in order for their ad to be shown to the user. So these are the main three parties. Now, what we have here is the first party, which is the publisher. And this can be, as I said, any web page. Now, what we have for you here is a bidder configuration page that we've just prepared. Now, what we have is we have prepared 3 test bidders, and we will show you what happens when a user visits a page and how the whole auction process works. Now, as I said, we have 3 test bidders, but this can be any number. So this can be even 30, for example. And we are configuring the way the bidders would send their bid responses. That is, we can configure using this page the price that the bidders would bid for this banner ad. We refer to this as the banner ad, and this is the video ad. So we can configure the price, and this is the cost per 1,000 impressions. It is called the CPM. This determines the amount that bidder 1 is going to be bidding. And we can also configure the ad asset that bidder 1 would want to show the user should they win the bid, right? And similarly for bidder 2 and bidder 3. So let's start configuring this. And I can show you that there's another concept that the publisher can specify, which is called the floor bid price. Now, the publisher can say, for this ad, for any ad to be shown in that slot, I will require a minimum of a certain price. And if the price that is being quoted by each of the bidders falls below that threshold, they are not going to show that ad, right? So that becomes an invalid bid. So the floor bid price for these 2 ad slots, the banner ad and the video ad, is 0.5. So let's configure some bids to go above 0.5. Let's say I quote 0.6 and 0.6 for bidder 1, which is above the floor bid price. I'm going to say 0.8 and 0.9 for bidder 2. And let's say we have 1 and 1 for bidder 3. Right? So I've applied this configuration, and now what we see is bidder 3 is quoting the highest price for both the banner and the video, and we have the assets that are specified here. So what happens at this point is when the user visits this page, and I'm just going to refresh this page. You see, when I refresh this page, everything happens in an instance. It takes less than a second, where there's a JavaScript that's embedded into this web page, which sends out what we refer to as a bid request to the Alkimi exchange. And Alkimi exchange would in turn send out that bid request to all the registered bidders, which in this case is bidders 1, 2, and 3. Now, once that happens, the bidders would send back the response, which is what has been configured here. And Alkimi exchange would then determine what the best bid response is, and it would then forward the winning bid along with the assets to the publisher or this web page. And the winning ad, the ad corresponding to the winning bid, is what is rendered here.